colleagues. Thank you for always following my YouTube channel. I hope it is helping you learn something. And as for today, we are going again to share about something that I'm here to present out. I request that again become cooperative and you see something. Modrik'slectures is my name and I'm a clinical instructor. So this morning, we are going to look at the palliative care modes as we proceed with our lectures. So palliative care modes is our today's work that we are to look at. So when we talk about palliative care modes, what do we mean and what are they? We start these slides, will have already showed you what it means. So palliative care modes, we say that these are various ways of how palliative care can be delivered to your patient. Most times, a palliative care patient is not like any usual patient. We require several ways to see that the service reaches them. And this is what we call the palliative care modes. So it is very important to know the different palliative care modes, because if you don't know them, you may find it hectic to deliver palliative care services to your client. So these various ways of how palliative care can be delivered to the patient needs to be known by every health worker. And what are these ways? So we see a list of palliative care modes that we need to talk about today. Here we look at health facility-based care. There is facility-based outreach, roadside clinic, there is daycare program, and home-based care. So we are going to talk about briefly the outline of all these palliative care modes. And the first one is health facility-based care. And we are saying this includes palliative care delivered at the health centers. Here the patient moves from his or her home and travels to the hospital to receive palliative care service. Most times these are outpatient clinics or hospice centers. The patient knows them. These clients have reached these hospice centers several times, so they travel and receive the service from the hospital. Like any other patient who is sick, who recognizes a need to go to the hospital, travels, and he or she can be admitted or even be worked on and goes home depending on the severity. So that's how this health facility-based as a palliative care mode works. Next is facility-based outreach. And we are saying palliative care is provided by specialists, palliative care health professionals who travel from a day from the health facility to another center. So this facility-based outreach, there is an original center where these people are coming from, but they decide to go closer to the community so that in the favor of these other clients, maybe who couldn't travel the long distance, or there are many other things that they wanted to tell the client. So health workers travel for a day. They leave their home, they leave the hospital, the original one, and move to a health center or any place closer to the community that will be chosen. And they deliver palliative care services. And this is what we call facility-based outreach. You leave the original hospital, travel to an area closer to the community where most of your clients are. Then next we'll see another palliative care mode, which is roadside clinic. And we are saying the palliative care providers will often plan to route on their way on an outreach. What are we meaning in this? Towards the way to outreach, the palliative care providers may decide to communicate to other patients along the way that they should gather either in a tree or at a particular signpost or at the school, so that as they pass going to the outreach or closer to the area they are going to give the service, they find also these clients alongside the way, and they first stop to deliver the service. And when they stop, then we say they're using a palliative care mode called roadside clinic. After giving the service to these other clients who have gathered under the tree or under the particular signpost or under the school, then they proceed to go and administer now to the patients who had gathered in the outreach. There's this other palliative care mode, which is daycare program. And they are saying this is when a day is set aside for the patient and the caretaker to spend time with other patients in the facility. With the daycare program, the hospital will specify a certain day, and it will be fully given to the patients so that they come from their home, reaches a hospital, and services are offered to them, and they go back. So patients will know that Tuesday or Wednesday is our day for palliative care, and when we go there, we receive our services and we go home. This is another palliative care mode which is impressed to see that services reach the clients. Then we have this other last one, which is home-based palliative care mode. We are saying this involves a delivery of comprehensive package of care to the patient and the family at home. So home-based palliative care mode, the patient is at home. Health workers package the services and reach the patient's home. And we say it packages several things: the spiritual, psychological, there is pain management and symptom management, and several other things that it packages. This is the best palliative care mode for the patient, because the patient is being nursed in the area that is familiar with, and that is his or her home. The health worker is also able to see other things that are surrounding the patient, and it saves even the patient's transport costs. So most of the patient, especially the terminally ill, we find it easier to use this home-based palliative care mode because it favors them so much. So this has been our today's sharing, that we have looked at the palliative care modes, and in summary, we said palliative care modes refers to various ways of how palliative care can be delivered to your patient. And these have been the modes. We have said there is the first mode, which is health facility-based care. There is facility-based outreach. There is roadside clinics. There is daycare program. And lastly, there is home-based care. These are the palliative care modes which a health worker can use to deliver palliative care services. I remain Mwesije Mordecai, a clinical instructor. Let us meet in another series as we shall be learning gradually from these slides. Thank you.